welcome to Your Turn with Cliff Woodards. Cliff is not here today, but once again, we're saying that a lot, right?
Yeah, we're saying that quite a bit.
But we are here holding it down for him. I'm Michelle,
Tamara.
Katrina.
and we have a great lineup for you. Lots to talk about.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
how are you, ladies?
I'm awesome.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Ready for spring?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Countdown.
whenever we see sunshine,
We'll
we
get
just,
happier.
Like, get happy. I decided
Yeah.
short
And,
sleeves.
and at least 40
No
degrees.
coat.
no coat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Usher it in. Usher the spring in.
Right.
Hopefully.
A few days.
Yeah.
On the calendar.
Yeah, it's officially the 21st,
Yeah. Is
Okay.
that Wednesday?
Wednesday.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't snow,
Yeah.
I'm okay at this point. I'm not asking for much.
Mother
Never
Nature,
know.
she might heard that and decide, Michelle.
Yeah.
So,
I've
so
seen
we
it
can
snow in
blame
April.
Michelle.
Like,
Yeah, that's
please,
what I'm saying.
please,
Yeah,
just don't
so,
snow.
Yeah.
A little bit of rain is okay. I guess that's what we have to expect,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, well.
So, I guess on
Right.
a more serious note,
Yeah.
by now everyone I know has heard about the bridge that collapsed in Miami,
Yeah.
and the latest that I've heard is that it claimed 6 lives.
Yeah.
That's what's been, and one life. Actually, I read today, and I don't know how accurate this is, but actually one was a worker.
Yeah,
Had
one was
somebody
a
at work on
worker.
the bridge,
And one was
or-
like a student from FSU or something like that. And the other ones was just pedestrians.
Yeah. The bridge was built for the university, right? For the
Yeah,
students,
for
like a
the
walkway?
Yep. Yeah, like a breezeway.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
yeah, I had an issue only because if the bridge was under construction as it was, why was it
Yeah.
why was it just open? It was clearly precarious. So
They should have had
They
everything.
should have
No
had-
car should have been able
yes,
to drive through or
exactly.
anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
yep, I said that. I said I don't understand who's responsible for this.
Have they claimed? Is it just a search and recover now, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, search and recover.
I guess authorities apparently have declined to speculate.
Yeah,
so
they
they're saying
declined.
they don't want to speculate. But I did read that there were a few engineers warned about cracks in the bridge, like
Oh,
days before
wow.
the collapse.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
Now, see, that's why they
nothing
don't
you
wanna
want to hear at
speculate.
this point, but
Yeah.
that has been put out there. That's like
Oh wow.
recent news.
Yeah, they left a message on somebody's voicemail. They didn't get it, listen to it like past. I think a few days went past or something. I don't know.
Really?
Correct me if I'm
Wow.
wrong, but yeah, they didn't get it till like the next day or something.
That's
So
that's kind of crazy though.
yeah,
so
one of the guys complained there was a cracking in the north side of the bridge,
Mhm.
and that but he didn't think there was a inspection need to be done or something like that. So
Wow.
Okay.
That's
or
just
cause for
sad.
concern.
now you see how many lives are lost because you don't take things serious. A bridge is not a sidewalk. It's hovering above people. It's already
Then too, there was some type of new technology the way the bridge was being built.
Yes.
So they're questioning that.
the suspension type of bridge was a
Yeah.
different type of bridge that they normally don't use.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they should have tested it without the proper, caution and safety.
Yeah,
Like-
and definitely not open. Like it's not ready for use. Like just
Exactly.
that's so dangerous. You don't take chances with things like that. I mean, of course, we're not engineers.
No.
I don't think anybody here
No.
is. I don't know.
No,
but,
no engineering
but
degree.
it just seems like perhaps this could have been avoided.
Yeah, I feel like this is
Maybe.
just a common sense type thing. If you know you're working on something, that's why they shut down most of the freeways when they're working on them and things like that, because you never know what can happen. And I think with the weather, the climate, that plays a role in how concrete reacts. So, and that's probably why the engineer told them earlier, this isn't, viable. Don't use this yet.
Yeah, listen to the experts.
Yeah, the experts,
They know.
they know.
They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really unfortunate.
It
And we were
is.
just I thought about you when I sent that link. We were just talking about your fear
Oh, yes.
of a specific bridge,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
but
I have a fear
that
of
didn't help.
bridges. Nope.
That
No,
didn't help.
No,
Did it?
not the bridge collapsing. So yeah, I'll probably stay away from bridges more frequently. And I don't really cross bridges. I make an effort not to. So this didn't help.
See, I don't
Yeah.
even think about it. If there is a bridge, I don't think about it. I've never had that fear. I guess
I'm
that's
always thinking about it before I cross it. I'm always like, I always say like a small prayer, like, God, cross me back, something simple because I have a fear, and,
Yeah.
I don't even like the overpasses on the
Oh, the
expressway
overpasses on the
where people throw rocks. And
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like those either.
Yeah, that was prominent one summer, wasn't it? When people was throwing like rocks over the bridge, over the overpass, and
Killing
causing and killing,
people.
yeah,
Well,
causing
it's
accidents.
back actually. Like they're doing that again now. That
Wow.
has happened just
The
recently.
guy died. Yeah.
Like back to back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's been, I, I mean, we don't know if there's kids doing it or who's doing it, but
They were.
they're doing that now. That's
That
like
is
back
so
in the news,
sad. Like
unfortunately.
that is not anything to be doing. I don't understand what's going on with people. See, we always get back to mental illness. We always get back to it
We do.
because it has to be something, an illness. You can't be sane and think throwing rocks over a bridge is acceptable and or normal. So it has to be some type of mental illness underlying on most of these issues when it comes to stuff like that.
And clearly, these are not small rocks.
And that's what I'm
they're
saying.
throwing like
Boulders.
large.
They're not
yeah,
pebbles. They're
Boulders.
So yeah, you have to know that somebody could be seriously injured.
yeah, it's kind of dangerous. That's
I was listening to I think the Today Show a couple of months ago, and a man, he lost his wife because someone threw
wow.
a rock, a boulder through her windshield and killed her, and he ended up committing suicide because he just couldn't deal with her death.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now, see, you have to think about that kind of stuff. Like, that grief overtook him and he ended up
Yeah.
killing himself?
yeah. But more importantly, so when I'm driving, I always look at the bolts and the
Yeah.
rust, and I mean, it's a little scary looking underneath those bridges
It is.
because
It is.
you don't know. We know they've been there a long time, but
The
you
maintenance
don't
for them.
know. Yeah, they
Yeah.
can give any day.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
metal is. Can you imagine? I think about this like if I'm in a convertible.
Oh,
It's just.
Oh my god!
Like
it's
some of the
something
stuff
really.
just
I think about.
fall.
I'm like Final Destination. Am I
yeah.
thinking?
Yep.
I
yeah.
go to the
It do make you
extreme.
think of
well,
Final
but you
Destination.
know the premise behind Final Destination. That's
Yeah.
like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So remember, in that first one, they were all on a plane together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like one by
One by one. And it was,
So-
yeah.
I have not ridden a roller coaster since the one. Remember the roller coaster one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
my
yeah.
gosh.
So that scared you.
Yes.
Really,
Yeah.
that movie really got to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't
some,
put your hand in the sink in the
and the sauna thing. The
tanning
yeah, the
bed.
tanning bed. Oh my
beds.
God. That was so, not that I tan.
right. I know. And
But-
don't put your hand in the garbage disposal.
The garbage disposal
That's
one. That
a
was
scary
creepy.
one.
Yeah.
That's a scary one. That
I don't
garbage
think I would
disposal.
do that anyway. I always get like one of the long cooking spoons or a long fork or something, and I dig it down in there. And if it dropped, it just dropped.
But some
I don't
people
ever.
still, you still have to get it out.
No, I don't.
What if it's a ring or a bracelet or just slip off your you have to?
So your
No.
disposal is filled with metal.
No, I've learned to go under the sink. It's just like a little screw thing, and you could take the little pipe, like it's like a valve. You just unscrew it, and all the stuff is just sitting right in there anyway. So.
That's way too much. Just stick your hand down and then make sure it's off.
Yeah, make sure it's off, right.
Just make sure no one
No.
else is around.
No. You know
Now,
what?
if it comes on,
that
somebody's
brings
out
up
to get
another
you.
fear that I have too. It's something to do with bridges, but it's the same thing. Like cliffs. I don't like standing on cliffs or bridges with people,
Wow. Because in movies, somebody always pushes somebody off.
or just
Is that-
touch them, the wind, anything. I just don't want anyone near me. Like if you're up there, be on your own side.
Way back here.
Don't be right. Don't be
So
next
don't
to-
take you on a date
No,
to a
not
cliff.
not to a cliff or a bridge. But let's get your opinion of the cliff bridge situation. 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, and 313-868-4336. Give us a call. Let us know your opinion.
I don't like rocky mountain areas. You ever seen a movie The Hills Have Eyes?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I
And
have seen
don't,
that.
in the movie, there's a movie called Grand Canyon.
Yep.
Just people hiking
I've
in
seen
these
that one.
mountainous
Canyon.
areas.
Yeah.
I don't like those mountainous areas.
I've watched all those movies like those. Of course, I don't know the name of it. I'll let someone know at a later date. It was like Arctic, and they did like the Mount Kilimanjaro, and they like did like it was a true story, but they reenacted it. And like they left some of the people like on the side of the mountain because they couldn't get up there to get them. And I never understood, like, once you get to a certain height, do you need to go all the way to the top? Like, what is that?
I know.
Like, once you get to
It's
20,000
about
feet.
accomplishment.
I
That
accom-
adrenaline, and you want to keep going and going and going. You want to make history.
That's
There's
not for me.
recently, like the past week, there are two climbers missing. young Caucasian men. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm always
See?
reading the
You always reading the
BBC or
news.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how often does that happen? That
Probably
it
frequently.
probably happens and we don't even
Frequently.
hear about it.
Yeah.
There are people
Yeah.
that are still, their tombs are up in
Yeah,
the mountains.
missing.
They've never
Yeah.
been found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I don't what gets to me is like those movies where people are stranded out in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
then
open
it starts
water?
to- like open water.
Yeah.
Yeah, those movies bug me. It's like
And
Yeah.
it's the women that always end up
Always
surviving the men. Like the movie Grand Canyon.
I
That
was
was
just about to say,
crazy.
no, women survive men, I think, because men want to use like common sense technical, and women want to use common sense emotional. And we're like, no, let's do it this way because this feels good. And it usually works in the end. So
it does.
Yeah.
It works for us in that way to be driven by our
driven by our
emotions.
Yeah. Save us.
Like, yeah, just save us. Save us.
Jeez.
Well, Trina, you were talking about social media earlier.
Yeah, the Rihanna, Snapchat did a story on Rihanna and Chris Brown abuse situation that happened, and I guess they made light of it or made a joke about it. And Rihanna, clapped back at them and was like, this is not a joking situation. You making all domestic violence people, feel like the story is minimized, and they said Snapchat lost like I think 4%. And like
Yeah.
that's equal to like 800
800
million.
million, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, just from, one person saying something. And granted, the subject is, huge, but that makes me think the social media really play a role into, business and people and things. So what do you think?
I think so. I think it does. I actually did an article. Well, you guys read it.
Yeah.
The effects of social media on
Yeah.
mental health.
Yeah.
I think it plays a great role. I think social media can make your day and it can ruin your day.
Yep.
And then just as celebrities, like Rihanna goes on there and she sees something like that and she's like, I live this.
Right.
And people are putting it out there and making light of it like it's
Yeah.
no big deal.
Like it's no big deal. And I don't think that Snapchat is I don't want to, like, maybe if it was a person, it would be different because that's just another person's opinion. But Snapchat is an entity, and I don't think entities should make light of situations, especially when your sole market are the millions of people using this app. So I don't know if that was smart of them business-wise to do anyway.
Isn't Snapchat supposed to be like really light though?
Fun.
It
like
is.
Fun and
filters.
light.
and
Exactly. It's supposed to be
animated.
filters and fun and animated things only up there for a day. The next day you do whatever's happening in that day. So that's why I don't think that was appropriate for
Yeah.
Snapchat in the first place. Like,
Didn't
No.
Kylie Jenner make a comment about Snapchat?
She
Yeah, she
did.
said
When
don't
it
open
was
it
stock
anymore.
drop.
Plummeted.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then that's exactly what happened now. Like these celebrities go on there, they make their statement. I think she said, I don't even open the app anymore, and like people just stop using it.
Yeah, she was like, so has anybody used Snapchat?
Right, exactly. Right, and I don't think they understand the value that people bring, because we are social media. Without people, there is no social media. So
Well, what do you think, Tamara? You're not on social media,
Yeah.
so I know that. There's a reason for that. Is it because you're trying to avoid all
Yeah.
of this drama and?
I haven't been on Facebook. It's been 10 years.
yeah,
And I guess I'm on Facebook through other people, like you guys,
Yeah.
and other friends and
Your
family.
pictures are all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so you
know.
live vicariously
I know. Because like people
through-
stop me, like, I saw you on Facebook. I'm like, well, definitely wasn't me.
yeah.
It wasn't my,
It
my
wasn't
actual
your post.
profile. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, I just, even for business, people say you should. Some people say I should. Some people say they admire that I'm not on Facebook. Because
Right.
my business, it's I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of destiny, a little bit of divine intervention, and connections. But I feel like right now. I don't really have to
Go to
do a
social
lot of that.
media.
Although I'm probably gonna do you guys already know,
Yeah.
on the expressway.
Yeah.
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 And everybody's going to see that.
Yes.
But then
Yeah.
people go and look for you on social media, and they're like, "Where is she? She's not
Right,
there."
she's not there.
So
I kind of like being a little kind of like
Incognito.
Right.
incognito.
I don't know. I think social media for like your business would be different than if you did it for personal. Like if you just did a Tamara Hurd page, that would be different. Then people would expect, they would be in your business more kind of. But if you did a business page, it's kind of like we know what we're going on there for. We're going just for,
Yeah.
you know, so it will just reach that broader market. But I wouldn't. It would have to be tied to a personal page.
Yeah.
Well, then you would still end up venturing off to somebody else's page, like, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
And
Nosiness would get to you,
Right.
and you would start to look at other stuff going on.
let's see what
social
people are
media.
saying about
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And
I'm on LinkedIn, but
Yeah.
do you go on?
I do when I get I get a message
Yeah.
or an invitation, but
Yeah.
other than that, I don't go on there too often. And sometimes I'll go in and see little posts from people,
Yeah.
and I liked something I
Yeah.
said George yesterday, and
Yeah.
I posted mine. But I feel like it doesn't really get. I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss sometimes.
Yeah, it is. It's very
LinkedIn
hit or
is-
miss.
yeah.
It's hit or miss. But I
Sometimes-
think because they kind of keep that standard of it's for business, and so I think more people kind of sway or stray.
Listen,
Yeah, I
those,
know.
the
Yeah,
posts
I
I
see
see, it's like
everything.
Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
why are these people posting these things?
I don't
Do
know.
they have? Can they flag these things? It's
They do try to
inappropriate.
flag it and try to let people know that it is not, you know, LinkedIn appropriate, but that's not stopping anybody. Like I think one time we were talking about, you know, people who are personal trainers, they're constantly putting up bikini posts, you know,
and
I'm
trying
like,
to gear it towards
Gear-
like motivation.
yeah, and I'm like, if
that's
you're a personal trainer, you're not wearing a bikini to train me, hopefully. So
But what's wrong with them wearing a bikini to show off their body? Like they're saying, this is what I can do for you. I can make you look like this. What's wrong with posting that?
but if that's all you're posting, how am I supposed to know you're a personal trainer? I'm starting to think you're a bikini model. So
Yeah, well, they're saying you too could become a bikini model if you
if
let
I so
me
choose,
train you.
Okay, well,
yeah, it's
I'll
a
pass.
fine
It
line.
is.
It
I
is
don't
a
know. I
fine
have a
line.
problem when people are on. You're on my page and you're saying this is not appropriate to post.
right.
Get off of the page. If you don't like it, just don't like
Do you mean
it.
do you mean on
On
Facebook
LinkedIn.
or LinkedIn? Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's another issue. That happens on Facebook too.
Yeah.
But on LinkedIn, people do it a lot, and they'll say this is for business.
Yeah. I'm not
And
one
then they
of those
might
people.
argue back and forth with
Yeah.
somebody, and it's like, well, why are you still here?
Yeah, I don't
Something
do
caught
that.
your attention about this.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think it's appropriate to go on someone else's page. You know, you have your personal opinion off social media, but you're not supposed to go on someone's page and then, you know, this isn't appropriate and go back and forth with them. Well, just leave their page.
Just leave
Yeah.
the page.
Just leave their page.
Yeah,
That's
don't
it.
stress yourself.
Exactly. It's not for you
People
to worry
like to
about.
have the last word.
They
Be
do.
right.
And people like to argue with people on social media. I think because you may never see that person, you know, so people feel brazen. What's the word?
Brazen.
To like argue. And so that always kind of like a red flag for me, and I immediately
Keyboard mafia.
Yeah, that's so annoying. Yeah, I
get away
could
from
never,
them. Like what?
Yeah, I
How
could
are you
never
arguing
do
with me
that on social
Yeah,
media.
you read it sometimes and like, what are you? Okay, and you just keep it moving. Okay.
Right.
Or just
Start
block
Keisha.
the person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just block the person,
Yeah.
or at some point. I mean, I
Yeah.
prefer to argue with people in person.
Yeah.
Like I can't argue back and forth
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
text and definitely not Facebook, because
Definitely
that
not.
minimizes the value of your argument. Like,
It
how
does.
serious is this if we're
it becomes
going back
less
and forth?
serious. Yeah, because now you're just sitting there angrily texting back, and, you know, like, hey, they're gonna get my point from me. You know. Yeah. So I think it's best just to not feed into it. Actually, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
People have lost relationships because of
Yeah.
Facebook, right? I've
Yes,
heard.
lost
Oh my
a
God.
lot of relationships
Yeah.
because of Facebook. Facebook is like a breaker upper.
Exactly.
Yeah, across the board. I mean,
Yeah.
apparently it comes up in more than 50% of divorce documents too.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Oh, yeah,
something.
there's
Isn't
something.
it something? Something
Yeah.
about Facebook comes up.
Especially Facebook Messenger now, like when they
The
initiated.
DM,
Oh,
it goes
this-
down.
A
the
lot
DM.
of people always have that ex or someone that they
Yep.
never forgot,
Yep.
or
And they go
they
look 'em
carry. Yes,
Mhm.
and then and sometimes your spouses, like
Yeah.
I guess they have the Facebook code, or I
Yeah.
don't know however that works.
I think they have that open relationship where they share the password, but then you still try to do sneaky stuff. Meanwhile, your ex or your current has the password. So like, why are you DMing people
Right.
if you know your
Why are
ex?
people sharing passwords? I don't
Oh,
understand
honey.
that.
I think in some of these cases, people aren't sharing. They're just figuring it out, and they're
Yeah.
sneaking into.
I think so.
Yeah.
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 I definitely think so.
Yeah, you can't. I don't. Yeah.
FYI, turn off your
Messenger.
Nope, turn off your thumb thing on your phone when you are if you're asleep or if you're drunk.
Samira,
Right.
don't give tips out there to people. I might want
when
to give
you
this to somebody's phone.
Right. The crazy thing is on the S8, the S8 Edge, they put the thumb thing on the back of the phone now. So people
Oh.
forget that, like you go to the front of their phone and think, but so people don't realize, I guess that's just another thing I tell people to do. It's the back of the phone for the S8 Edge. Like, yeah, you can use people's.
So if you're sleeping, I can grab your thumb.
And
It
then-
listen,
and
I've heard some stories.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So disable
Watch
it if
your
you got a
backs.
hot date and you don't want somebody to get in your phone.
Yep.
Or don't drink. Keep it near you.
Disable it.
The lady on the phone, remember on the plane, international flight?
And
Her
I-
husband was
Yeah,
asleep. And
yeah, she did the phone. She did
They
that.
had to divert the plane because
Yeah,
she had
she got-
a fit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think face recognition is kind of the same type of thing, like, because you could just do
When
your
they're
eyes,
asleep.
right? You just,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Put it
just
over
put it
their
in front of their face. So now you're in their phone, right? Yeah, I don't think it's.
And if
gonna
you don't
happen.
want to be tagged in a photo on Facebook, guess what? Face Well,
Oh, yeah.
if Tamira's not on Facebook,
Yes.
so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
They're not going to recognize her.
But no, Michelle.
But-
If I even write a post now, they automatically tag Michelle.
And
Like,
how does that work though? So everyone, how does that work?
because we tag each other so much in pictures, it automatically
Yeah.
tag her. I have to untag her.
But what does that mean when you tag? What does
Like
that do
this
then?
is post is about Michelle today. Like today I posted, tune in to watch us today on Your Turn with Cliff, and it automatically tagged Michelle. I didn't even finish the post.
So
Yep.
it tags her then that what lets people know?
It
or
let
something?
Michelle know.
It let
she's-
me know. I'll get a message that I've
Yeah.
been tagged in a post.
Yep.
So it just means you've been mentioning a post or
Right.
something like that.
Yep.
Been mentioned.
Okay.
And it'll say somebody mentioned your name or
But I
somebody
didn't
posted
say
a
her name
picture
though.
of
That's
you.
the
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to say the person's name. It
post a
just
picture.
automatically
Yeah.
know from the
That's
picture.
scary.
Yeah.
It's like
It is,
face
isn't it?
recognition.
face
Yeah, that's
recognition.
what it does now.
Yeah.
And it's automatic.
It's automatic. Yep.
So
And it's
if you
scary.
don't want to be in there,
Yeah.
manage your privacy settings.
Yeah. Don't let
Does
people
that really
tag you.
work though? The
Yeah, it
privacy
does.
does.
It does.
It does.
It does.
Yep,
It really does.
It-
So I think that's a
works
good
out.
feature too, because if you don't want to be tagged, and I think sometimes when you tag people, like if I tag Michelle, anybody that she has on her friend list can also see it, and then their friends can also see it. So it's like kind of stopping so many people from sharing or seeing it. So it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. You guys in your Facebook. Nah.
Tamira's, she'll be on there.
Yeah.
I'm
Soon.
on there though.
She's gonna be forced.
I gotta start logging into the account.
Yeah, you
And
do.
see it.
Right, you
Just
are
to
an
see.
administrator,
Yeah.
so you could actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete. Oops. I'm sorry.
No,
Nah, I'm joking.
we're probably best to just leave her
Leave
off
her
of there.
off,
She'll
yeah.
go on there and start deleting all of the
Yeah.
pictures. Like they put this on there of
Yeah,
me, and
yeah.
I don't
Nah.
like this
Yeah.
picture. We'll look up and
Everything will be gone.
deleted.
All the friends will be gone. We won't have any posts, no comments. We'll be like, Tamira, what happened? She'll be like, well, that picture, it had.
My mouth was open.
She'll say anything. She'll say, my teeth wasn't white enough,
Right.
even though she just went to the dentist. So,
I
yeah. So, anything.
It'll be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
I
be
know.
something.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get,
You
less
can-
hung up on pictures.
Yeah.
I never was a big picture taker. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm not moving up to close to my.
It is. It's
But,
difficult
you
to
know.
when you take pictures in a group. It's hard for us to all agree on.
Yeah, the picture.
Which one? You're probably the least picky about it. You always like the way you look, huh?
No,
She's always like, it's fine, it's fine.
No,
it's
because
fine."
I'm just not a nitpicker. So I just feel like, so what? If my mouth is a little agape or, I look a little, dingy. So what? That's the way I look today. Too bad.
So what? I'll roll with the good
I'm
and
rolling with the good and the bad.
pictures
I don't take good pictures all the time. I think photogenic people take good pictures all the time. So I'm not photogenic. So
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Photogenic people, they have to take a lot of pictures. Like the pictures that you see on magazines,
Mm-hmm.
they go through hundreds of rows just to get those 2 or 3
Well,
shots.
we're not even going to talk about the amount of airbrushing that goes.
Oh,
into
yeah.
that, too.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Like, so a lot of celebrities rarely post just impromptu. Like,
Oh,
their
yeah.
pictures are all
always
just, like,
yeah,
planned out.
yeah, yeah.
And now that you have the features on your phone where you can edit,
Yeah.
they're almost
Even
always.
the ones when they say, no makeup this or just hopped out of.
There's still some.
Yeah.
Still something
There's
going
like
on.
mascara,
Yeah, something,
something.
lip gloss,
Little
rosy
concealer,
cheeks.
Yeah,
something.
there's
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes like one arm will be as skinny as this cord, and then
Yep.
the other one. It's like when you're going to edit, you have to make sure you edit properly.
I don't think people pay attention to that. Like when they're editing, sometimes like the side of their face will be like really slim, and then they
Yeah, then the
forgot.
other one
yeah,
comes out.
you forget to go back and make sure it's the same slimness on both sides. Like get that together.
Yeah.
But excuse me.
That's okay.
Sometimes it's funny when celebrities are caught like at the beach and they don't have the opportunity to, you know,
Retouch.
retouch, and they get
yeah.
upset.
Yeah, they get upset. I think Rihanna, Kylie, or and Kim Kardashian was at the beach, or no, I don't know if they were together or however it went, but they did 3 photos back to next to each other and said, "Name this booty," and oh my gosh, the picture that had Kim booty in it, her legs. I don't know if they retouched the photo or if it was natural or what, but her leg was like this little, and then her butt was like, phew, like that, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's unnatural. It doesn't.
it kind of like made me like, whoa.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
see it from the
that's-
front.
I mean, you can
It
see it
doesn't
from,
look
but it's like it
natural,
was just
yeah.
like with that picture, like
I don't
Like
think
what
I don't
happened?
see
Yeah,
how
What
they-
happened?
I don't see how they think that's
I
attractive.
would want to take my underwear off. Like I would wear bloomers, like granny panties, just to
It's-
hide
Well,
it.
they're not taking the pictures. The paparazzi are out there
Right.
catching them slipping.
Right,
like,
right.
So they're not saying, "Hey, look at me."
Right.
That would be all airbrushed before
Right,
they
before.
post it.
You're right.
You got TMZ out there posting and
Yeah, all the other ones.
all of them.
What do you think about social media or pictures, photogenic? Give us a call, 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, and 313-868-4336.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, ladies, you
What?
think you can be friends with an ex immediately? Maybe down the line, but immediately. Because there seems to be this trend of people saying we're just going to be friends after they break up. Okay, I think they're in deep thought over there.
I don't know. I imagine.
No.
I think people want to be friends because they have love for the person still, and they don't want to see them hurt. But I think being someone's friend when you need to end it elongates the pain. So it's kind of like swift, cut it off. and-
No contact.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
No contact for
this is something
for
I'm very
several
passionate about.
for how long? Is it several months, several years?
At least,
I mean-
at least a few months.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
feel like 3 to 6 months would be appropriate to like, and then that kind of like make sure that when you do be that person's friend, you can go back in with a clear head to know, what happened. And then when you go back, don't go back discussing, why did we break up? Why this? You want closure and all those
Yeah.
type of things. Once you break up, that is a closure. Bye.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to be friends with the person, especially not immediately. But so many people, I think they think it's the PC thing to do. Like,
Right.
we'll still be friends.
Yeah.
But no, and even on social media,
Yep.
you do not need to still follow them. Now if you're fine with, you're not that person who's obsessive and you're going to constantly go to their page to see who's responding,
I think they
then
need
that's
to delete that,
okay.
too.
That's okay. You don't have to block the person. If you're done, you're done. But, all of this keeping up with what's going on in the person's life, that's
Yes.
so unnecessary.
It is.
and you can't live your own life.
Yeah, because you're, yep.
I'm telling you, I think because if say a man breaks up with a woman and she really loves him, and it could be whatever reason that he broke up with her, but you cannot be friends. And then if she's sitting there waiting for him, he's gonna use her.
Yeah.
He'll come back and play on her emotions
Yeah.
and know that she's still waiting while he's still doing his thing.
Exactly, because she's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's not outliving her life. She's caught up in the maybe he does want me. Maybe we will work. Because
Maybe
he
he's
keeps,
confused.
Yeah.
No.
he's not confused.
He's
having
not
a good time.
confused.
Because when a man wants to do something, if he wants someone, a woman,
Yeah.
he will do whatever it takes to be with her.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Exactly.
yeah.
And women are so afraid to move on.
And
Women
don't be afraid
want
to
to
be
cling to the
alone.
familiar.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like,
Come
what
on,
is-
ladies.
Yeah, people
Don't be afraid.
I don't like that. I don't like when women say, "Well, I'm comfortable here," or socks are comfortable too. So, what, you just keep them forever? Like, stop it.
And say, let him walk
Let-
all over
yeah,
you.
walk all over you. Like, I don't understand that statement. Like, he makes me feel good, even though the relationship is toxic. How does toxic feel good?
Yeah, and
So,
it's taken away from you.
Yeah.
I think it takes away
yeah,
from the person
it
each
does.
day.
Each day, it eats at them piece by piece by
Yeah,
piece.
they
until
may, and they'll ignore it and they'll try
Yep.
to put a facade on like they're happy, but
yeah.
you can't be happy.
And
No
then when you
way.
talk to them months later, they're a shell of a person because they're so lost in trying to figure out what went wrong and why is it still not working. Because you've been broke up for 6 months, but you're the one still in a relationship. So
Right.
it's kind of like, Yeah, just cut it off.
And then you start to think, if you keep in touch with that person, you start to think, let's say 6 months pass, you start to think, oh, well, maybe it's not that bad. He's not that bad. She's not that bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, the same
The same
issues that caused you
issues.
to break up are still there. They didn't
Yep.
change in 6 months.
No.
Yeah, unless
They
somebody
did
did
not.
some therapy or something, but
Yeah,
yeah.
we talking about
And
intense
even
therapy.
then, they
Right.
need some,
Yeah.
you
Cycle
still
therapy.
give them some more time of therapy.
Yeah.
They're doing therapy, all
Yeah.
right. What
Yeah.
about when you have kids, like with the person? If you have a child, are you considered friends or just
Your parents.
co-parent?
You're
Yeah.
just
You're
co-parents.
co-parenting?
Yeah, I think people get that confused too. I don't need to be your friend, and I'm not saying we have to be enemies. We could be cordial and polite and parents. I don't need to be your friend. And I think we talked about this before too, but I'm going to say it again. I don't like if we're broken up and we have a child, we're not taking family vacations. That's pretending and giving an illusion to the child that's really going to disrupt them in the future anyway. So.
Right. Yeah,
Crazy.
give kids the reality.
Yeah.
Your child will get over it. Don't encourage your child to
Yeah.
just be bratty and upset
Yeah.
with you, because as soon as you don't do what they want you to do, they're going to be upset. So if you don't need to take a vacation together
No.
for your child. Your child
No.
will understand.
They will definitely understand.
Yeah, I think people. I don't have kids. I don't want to offend anyone, but people. I think people sometimes they
Use the child to be with the person
and
still.
they treat them like babies. This is
Oh,
another
yeah.
word I'm looking for. But
like cuddle.
coddle,
Coddle.
coddling,
Like you're
constantly.
he's 18 now, or she's
Yeah.
18 now, and it's like, oh, they want us to
They want us
go
to
on a
take a
trip.
family trip together because they want to see us. We're never going to work out.
Look at the picture.
Yeah.
I'll put
Right.
a picture on the nightstand. That's our picture together. Yeah,
Right.
it's insane.
Yeah, just take separate vacations. Just be cordial, be polite, but you don't have to be friends. I mean, just be a parent to your child. Your parenting isn't based on me.
Right.
Yeah, kids are resilient.
Very.
And you have to encourage that resiliency.
You do.
A lot of times, parents may not even allow their kids to bounce back because they're
Yep.
so busy saying, "Well, she wants this and he wants that, so
Yeah.
we need to do it for them."
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
over
no,
coddling.
encourage resiliency.
Yeah.
They'll thank you later in life.
They will
Yeah.
thank you
Because as adults, they're not going to want that other person coming on trips with them.
not at all. No,
They're just not. They're just not.
there will be no family trips over this way. No, we're good. No,
I mean, I guess if you're that family, there was a TV show like that where I guess the man had like 3 ex-wives, and like the current wife.
yeah, right. Trump, his son's
He's
getting
like
a
more
divorce.
than 3, right?
Yeah, so,
Yeah, his son's getting a divorce.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I forget what's his wife's name.
Vanessa Trump.
Trump.
Vanessa
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah. So his son is getting a divorce now. So
Well,
didn't know that.
Donald Trump introduced them at a party, so.
yeah, I bet. I bet that's why they get
Trump
a divorce.
Senior, Trump Senior introduced them.
They have
Exactly.
5 kids together.
Wow.
They have
Now
5
that's
kids
now
together.
see that brings up a different point when
This
you
is
have
Don
that
Jr., right?
Don
Mhm.
Jr.
Okay.
When you have that many children, especially under a certain age, maybe under 10 or 12, is a divorce really smart? Because after 5 kids, it's kind of like that's kind of selfish to say, okay, I'm done with the family, because that's more than a child. That's a family now. Like,
Well, if you're unhappy, anytime you're unhappy, you should stay with the person.
jeez, 5 kids though. That's a
Oh,
lot of people.
they have a bunch of. How old are the kids?
5. I don't know how to
I
look
don't
the
know.
ages up. I know they're under like 12.
So they have nannies. They're used to not seeing their parents all the
Yeah,
time.
you're
No,
right.
They'll
You're right.
they'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be
in a
fine.
family like that.
Yeah.
But no, because the kids will know, and the kids will be miserable. They don't want to watch you argue all the time.
I
Or
think kids could pick up on that energy too, though.
yeah,
You
even if
think
you're
so?
trying to not
Yeah.
argue in front of them, they
Yeah.
pick up on the energy.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. It's like an explosion.
Right. Right.
That energy.
I
Yeah.
would rather, be divorced and happy than
Yeah.
together and alone. and-
Miserable.
yeah, because the kids would be happy too. You can have a separate life and the kids still happy.
Yeah. I think that's the
Yeah,
best situation
They're mature.
And you
I
have to
think so.
demonstrate that
too. Yeah.
for the children, because
think-
they won't
yeah.
know. Don't give them a false sense of reality.
Yeah. If you don't demonstrate it, they won't ever learn it or know the difference. Yeah.
They'll walk around with a false sense of reality.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
true.
what happens,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
in most families.
People hurt their kids when they coddle their kids too much, and they don't let them, just experience pain and hurt and and differences. And
it teach them coping skills.
Yeah, because you see, because when they grow up,
we see what happens.
The first sign of something stressful,
they break
want
down.
to jump off a bridge or something.
They shoot the school up.
Yeah, exactly. So, listen, I've had enough pain, and
right.
my mother was strict, so I mean.
Get
over it. Makes you stronger.
It does. It makes you stronger.
Kids these days can't even play sports without
getting angry.
Even a losing team has to get an award. It's like
they lost.
So what? You lost the game.
So
go
what?
out and try again. Everyone has to get an award.
Yeah,
a trophy. It's like. Stop calling these kids.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the honor awards at like schools anymore, because it's not for the children who excel and actually put the effort in anymore. They want to give an award to every single child. And
you
for
got
what?
A C+.
Yeah, right. Most
it's
improved.
Like make everybody feel good.
Improved from what?
Yeah.
No. Just give all the students who got the A and the B the award and move along.
Yeah. Well, it's okay to acknowledge improvement.
I'm not saying it's not okay. It's just like.
But don't be afraid to acknowledge the ones that have really excelled.
Exactly. Like now,
make them feel good.
Yeah. If I'm going out on a limb here, and busting my butt every night, and I'm pulling out A+ on, hard algebra tests, and and I get my award, and then you move on to Sam over here, and you're like, well, he must improve too.
But he never even comes to class. We haven't seen him since.
He missed 5 days as opposed to
like I want my credit for what I actually studied for.
He hasn't been back since winter break,
right?
And now he's here for an award show.
And it's spring break, and he like, I get an award too.
Wow.
Like no.
The whole family's in the audience like,
yay, Sam did it.
Like, no offense to any Sam.
No offense to any Sams. This is a theoretical Sam, from my childhood.
Wow.
But kids need to experience those different feelings in order to have balance. You need to experience disappointment, joy, love, just all of it.
Yeah, you do.
Because in real life, you're not going to experience happiness all day, every day.
God, no.
At least I haven't figured out how.
Me neither.
No.
Right.
I don't even know if there's a drug out there that'll.
No,
I don't know. I don't know. I think there's some drugs out there. I don't know. They don't look happy, but they say it makes them happy.
They're on cloud 9.
So I don't know, but yeah, I feel like you need to let your child fall. Just like when your child is riding a bike sometimes when they're younger. And you let them fall and you teach them, get back up and try again. That's the same concept. Like stop always making it seem like you won't fall or you won't have pitfalls. It's okay. It's a part of life.
It helps them to be more well-rounded too.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Oh well.
Let's talk about success a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's say you've made it, you've climbed to the top, and all the people who were there just watching you, they didn't want to support you because they weren't quite sure if you were going to make it. But now you've made it, and they're like,
hey girl,
hey, like I'm coming too. How can I come up there with you? How can I get up there?
Yeah.
I mean, that happens a lot. So should we just accept the bandwagon society? Because that's what happens a lot. People do not want to invest, whether it's energy, money, time, until they see proof
that you've made it.
Yeah.
And my bigger problem is, all the fighting, the struggling that you have to do to get to the top. You go to school, you take classes, you train, you invest in yourself, you read books, you seminar, you everything, exercise. And, I've grinded and I'm finally here. And now someone wants to diminish it by saying, oh, I knew you was going to make it, now that I'm up there. But along the way I couldn't get congratulations, you go, Trina. I got, and I feel like people support people. Just support people. It's not that complicated.
No, it's
just
tough for
not.
people.
It's not, but it's really, really tough for people. People like to first see that you've made it. You did what you said you were going to do, and now here I come. I told you I was coming.
Right.
Let's consider made it. What do you call made it? What do you? I guess just obtaining your goal, whatever.
Achieving
I was just about to say,
achieving your goal, or it really happens when there's success to the point where you're really being honored. There's maybe right, your financial status.
Yep.
You're in that 1%
Yeah,
now.
that 1%, that $1 million maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course you're going to have a lot of people.
Yeah, knocking on your door. I feel like anytime that you consider yourself, I made it, is because you set a goal, and it may have been a lofty goal to begin with, but that's where the work comes in. That's where the grind comes in, and you make it, and then people are like, wow, she actually did it. And I want to pat my own self in the back, but along the way, it would be good to get a couple of pushes. But if you don't get them, then when I get there, don't get mad that all of a sudden I'm also not acknowledging you.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
you didn't acknowledge me anyway. So
Yeah.
how is it a problem? You know.
Yeah, so I guess that's difficult because these people could be your loved ones. They could be people really close to you,
Yeah.
and that maybe they told you, you know what, just stay at that job. You'll
They
get a
do.
pension, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to retire. Why are you taking a chance on
I don't
doing
know.
these other things?
I think
it-
people
it-
glorify work. Like I'm not. If you
People
everybody
do
is not.
long term. Stay at that company for 50 years, and
I just don't understand. I've never been
You'll be
like
sad
that.
either.
I've never been
It's
like that. I've
boring.
always been the rebellious person to be like, you want me to get up at what time to get there? You said every day,
I got to be here at 8,
Monday
8 o'clock,
and
8
Tuesday.
a.m.
And I'm like, wow, I don't know if I could be there every day. I could give you maybe 2 days, but not at 8 o'clock either still.
Yeah.
So I just knew already that wasn't the thing for me. And it's not for everybody. And that's why they have companies, because, we need employees, and, everybody serves a purpose and has a place. But if you see a person want to strike out, don't convince them to stay at a job that they can get another, get any job.
I prefer to not have to be anywhere before 10.
Yeah.
10 o'clock, 10
Yep.
a.m.
Yep.
But I don't feel like a slacker because I'm doing things at home.
Exactly.
And, why do I need to leave home when it's still dark outside? I
Exactly.
don't want to leave home at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
To do what? To go sit at the office and do the same thing I'm going to sit in my office at home and do?
yeah, so stop judging me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like some of my most productive time is between 4 and 8 a.m. and I'm
Right.
still at home.
At home.
Still at
for the
home,
most
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
So.
And then if you don't have a meeting that's, critical, you don't need to rush out.
And my day's always in late, so.
Yeah.
No,
So,
I mean,
my days end at 8 or 9. So if I don't start to 12, isn't that the same, typical work 8
Sure.
hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people just are comfortable with going to work and going home. That is, I could not. I will go crazy. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, we have
I
a
couldn't do it.
caller.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tamara.
Which one? I don't hang up
You
on
press
him.
the button. It's the arrow.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, I'm there. Good afternoon, ladies. How are
Hi. Good
Can
afternoon.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, well, when you were talking about making it, it's not necessarily always about, like, say, working at a company and, you say back when dinosaurs walked the earth, you get 30 years and then you retire and you get a gold watch and that kind of thing. It's how you invest your money as well, okay, because you'll get a pension, all right, from the company. You'll get Social Security, but, depending upon what your style of living is, your lifestyle, that pension and Social Security may not be able to hold you, or you may have to adjust to it. But, if you can go out here and, you can take your money and you can invest your money well to the point where it's, I heard somebody say, you're not rich until your money starts working for you.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's about, J.P. Morgan, MetLife and those kinds of, people who invest your money. If you can do it right, hey, you can be well off when it comes time to, say, take and hang your hat up. And it's like me, I get up in the morning, I'm retired with nowhere to go and no time to be there.
That's right.
Hey,
And
That's a
love
blessing.
that is. That's a blessing.
That's a
I like to
blessing.
hear that. That's inspiring.
Exactly. Congratulations to that, too, because that takes some work.
But you know what, though? It's never too late to start to save. Some people say, well, listen, the sooner you can start saving, okay, and when I say saving, I'm not talking about putting money into a credit union or a bank account. I'm talking about, taking your money and investing it in your 401ks, your IRAs, your mutual funds, and those kinds of things. And, within this day and age of technology, it's not real difficult to, type something in. And like I say, like Common says, everything. You got more power at the end of your fingertip than than a whole lot of people. And you just take a little bit at a time. It's like I said, especially when you're young, and start to add a little bit as you go along. When you get to that golden age of whatever they're going to jack the retirement age up to, when it's time to go ahead and cash it in, you don't have no worries, and you can sleep real good at night.
That's right.
That's what we want.
That's what we want. All right, then. So you got to make smart investments, it sounds like. Thank you for your call, caller.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for taking the call.
Thank you.
Oops, I did that last.
You did it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I know, just hang up.
I always say I'm gonna buy, a piggy bank or something.
Yep.
I haven't bought one. I keep saying I'm gonna do that though, just to throw change
So
and
extra
one.
change,
And-
and I have one too.
yeah,
I don't
I
have a
haven't bought
penny
one.
bank
I had
anymore though.
one.
I switched it to the old water bottle thing.
See, that's a great idea too.
Yeah, I have the old, Absolute Big Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just bought one of those. It's in my closet, and I just dropped the change in there.
Yeah,
I
I'm
put
gonna start
like
doing that.
loose dollars, whatever change, loose
Yeah.
laying around. I just drop it in there.
I have a diamond encrusted teddy bear.
Of course.
That you
I
stuff.
know.
Of course
That you
do.
stuff the extra money in, obviously, right?
I only put quarters in there.
Oh,
They're only
okay.
quarters in
Okay.
there, yeah. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Whatever you got to do to
that.
save.
Whatever you got to do to save.
Yeah.
Or just to have something that you just see and you
Yeah.
just look up and, hey, you have thousands of dollars
Yeah,
in
rainy
there.
day fund.
Like,
Yeah.
a rainy
yeah.
day. You
Well,
just never know.
or just
Yeah.
set it off. I don't know.
Well, that's one way
you
to
could
do
do that
it.
too. Like, you
Now, how did that movie end?
I
They
know.
got the play out right now, so the stage play is out. Set it off.
Really?
Yes,
Hey,
yes. Oh, I can't
Never
believe you never
heard
heard of
that.
it. I think like Latoya Luckett, the Brad, Demetria McKinney, a couple of other people are starring in
I
it.
can see the brat.
Yeah,
Since- oh,
yeah. I think
She's
she's playing
Queen
Cleo.
Latifah's?
Yep.
well, since when?
I think I don't know if it's this week or next week. I know I heard it on the radio, and they were talking about Set It Off to Stage Play, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's
Wow.
probably gonna be kind of good.
I wonder why my sister hasn't mentioned it. Tasha, she usually
Now you're in
mentions
trouble.
all of
Sorry,
these
Tasha.
things. She's really on it.
Sorry.
I have heard nothing about it.
I mean, I just heard about
You
it.
haven't, Tamara?
I just heard about it today.
Okay.
So-
It's not in Detroit yet, obviously.
No. It's in Detroit. They just talked about it on the radio. I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna look it up right now just because
Wow.
we have to know. Yeah, because I just heard about it. I think it's gonna be great.
Wow.
Let's look it up.
That was a good movie. That was a
Yeah.
great movie, actually. I love Queen Latifah. She played that role to the. I mean, she was
She
so
played
believable.
it. I love Jada too. I think Jada was my favorite
Yeah.
in the movie.
I liked
but,
her
yeah.
in Blair Underwood's role. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
They were cool.
like that role.
April 21st at 8:00 at the music hall.
Wow.
Set it off.
I knew nothing about that.
Yeah. April 20th, Carpe Diem Set It Off. Through the 22nd, Jacarius Johnson play.
Wow.
Jacarius Johnson.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, set it off.
Set it off. But don't set it off to go make
No.
money.
I know. No.
We're
No.
not
No.
encouraging that.
We'll
Yeah.
do it. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll take care of it.
Tamira will make us some masks.
I'll be Abe Lincoln.
I'll be Cleo
These
for
are
real.
the
then.
perfect masks. They'll
Yeah, just-
never see.
yeah.
No, you don't want them to see your skin
Anything.
color,
Yeah.
like nothing.
Yeah, no.
Wear gloves.
Yeah.
Not that I would know.
Not,
I'm just
but I
saying
was just
that.
about to say,
Facial
wait a minute.
recognition.
Yeah,
What?
right. We don't know any of these things for sure. We're just hypothesizing.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, so don't criticize us. We're just having fun. Like,
Yeah.
But I mean, I admire people that that work hard and
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too.
spend their life at companies.
Yeah,
and-
me too.
but
If it fulfills you.
it doesn't happen these days. Most people now are
No,
they
they're
spend
out of
like
there.
5 years or less at a
Yeah.
company.
Yeah,
these
no,
days.
it's no company loyalty anymore.
Yeah,
It's that 20, 30 year.
it's
It's
I think it's
gone.
gone.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. And if you're going to stay there, don't complain every day.
Yeah, that's
about
my
it.
thing.
Just
Don't.
stay and take responsibility
Yeah.
for staying and be okay with it.
Exactly. Just be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
well.
get out.
Yeah.
Just get out. I love that movie, Get Out.
Yeah,
too,
it was a
though.
good movie.
So,
Yeah, it's been on HBO a lot too
yeah,
lately.
that was one of my favorite movies, actually.
Of 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Out. I
Yeah,
was,
it
I
was
was really
good.
into that. I've only seen it once, so I don't see
Heard
movies
you
back
was-
to back to back to back.
I heard something. Somebody, this comedian. I don't know if you guys listen to XM. What's his name?
Comedy Central.
Godfrey.
Or,
Oh,
Oh,
Gilbert
yeah,
Gottfried.
yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
Gilbert. Got the black guy, Godfrey. The our.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a lady who was sitting in for him when he was out last week.
Uh-huh.
And she said she could. I just thought about what you said, get out with the teeth. She's like, it's just, I shouldn't say this. Don't judge me, guys. But this is me repeating it. But and I hope I can get the story right. But she was just making a joke about Kris Jenner, the mother.
Who?
Is her name Kris Jenner?
Yeah, Chris.
Okay, yeah.
And they call her like, you know, the momager. They
Right,
she's pimping her
momager.
kids
Okay,
out, momager.
okay.
And they said that they could see her like she could see her in her study, and they bring in this black man, and she's got her tea glass, like
Yeah.
cover your ears.
Yeah.
That was so funny to me.
You know, she got a lot of black son-in-laws by
Hilarious.
default.
Yeah, that
I know,
probably
it's
happens
like, oh my
all
God,
the
it's
time,
so
right?
Funny. That's so funny. Yeah, like cover your ears.
That's
But,
funny.
Really quickly, so I was going to tell a story about something crazy, but I'll say this for next time because we want to talk to Cliff, right?
Yeah,
Don't
but
guys
you can
want
go. You can squeeze it in. We have.
Okay,
We have like 3.
Yeah.
Owls. I heard the story about this woman. Her husband was accused of her death, and because she had these wounds in her head and everything. Kind of find out. Long story short, she was attacked by an owl outside at night. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and they
owl?
blamed.
I didn't know owls attack people.
Yeah. she
Well,
was attacked by an owl.
the
I just
owl
thought
could
about
have been defending itself. Like I don't know. Like did she approach the owl?
That's what I'm saying.
Or-
Owls don't usually attack people.
I don't know exactly the backstory. I had to look it up, but just
Yeah, but it was just weird.
yeah. I saw that again today. So
I'm
Okay.
kind of
That's the story.
afraid of owls and raccoons.
you are.
You are?
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
scared
too.
of them.
I'm like, I thought you said you wasn't.
And
No,
squirrels,
I'm scared
too.
of, like,
Yeah, yeah,
And squirrels.
raccoons
Yeah.
and Squirrels.
yeah.
I see squirrels. I didn't know they can fly. They like fly from tree to tree.
Squirrels don't fly.
Say five.
Okay, not
jump.
listening.
They leap pretty far.
They leap
I'm
very
like,
far.
wow,
Okay.
I never seen squirrels do that.
She like, they fly. Yeah, those
In
you know
the
flying
trees behind
squirrels?
my bed. Oh my gosh, they.
Yeah, those flying
flying
And
squirrels.
they're
squirrel.
like so many different color squirrels.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a
too.
ton of squirrels. That's different colors.
They look
Black,
like-
brown, two-tone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, different shades of brown.
They look like
Yeah.
rats with fluffy tails.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I don't like squirrels. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we got to do a thank you to Cliff Woodards.
Thank you.
It's also
Cliff.
official though, doesn't it? I
does,
mean,
it does.
you will see us back here.
Yeah, we'll be
but
back, of course. But
It's sort of like a where it all started.
yeah, yeah. It all started
The
here with Cliff.
Angels,
The
your
Angels,
time with
your
Cliff
time with Cliff.
Woodards,
Yeah.
and
The
thank you,
radio.
Cliff, for bringing us together. You harass us every second.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the one that introduced you.
Yeah.
What does he call us?
I'm not going to even venture to say what the word he called. It's not nice. It's not angels. Just
It's
put it
not
like that.
nice. It's not nice at all.
No.
Um,
But he did introduce us all,
he did.
and he had a.
What if we didn't get along though?
Oh
That would've
wow,
been-
that
We
would
wouldn't
be
be sitting
No, we would not be sitting here right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think this is all divine. Like
Yep.
somebody said, it's no
Yeah.
coincidence,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think you know.
Divine design. Cliff knew what he was doing. He probably kind of recognized each of our personalities and our strengths and fed off, how we feed off each other. I think he probably was like, they don't even know that they would be, like a good
Yeah.
match, a good team. So he
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah,
What's
so
the
we gotta
wizard
give
in
him a
it
little
all?
bit of credit, right?
yeah, we'd give him a
Yeah.
teeny weeny bit of credit, just a teeny weeny bit.
Thank you, Cliff. We
Yeah.
love you.
Yes, we
And
do.
we're saying all this to say that we have moved to our own show.
Yes, yes, we have.
3D View.
3D view.
Oh shit, I got the T-shirt to show you guys. But,
Yeah.
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 We'll show it to him the next time. We'll come in here with our shirts on.
Yeah, we'll come
For
in
Cliff.
with our shirts on for Cliff. Yeah, probably next Saturday, huh?
Yeah, next Saturday, right? So
Actually,
stay
next
tuned.
Saturday is the premiere of our show.
It is.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
What channel is that again?
38.
Plug?
Yep, 38 WADL.
WADL Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit.
11
11
a.m.
See us every Saturday, 11 a.m.
Yep. Go ahead and tune in.
So,
Tune in and watch us, and join us on our Facebook.
Facebook page.
Facebook.
Yeah,
ugh.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social media.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a wrap. We're being told we gotta go.
Yeah, we got
So
to.
it's a wrap. So we'll see you next week,
Bye.
here or there.
You're watching W33BY, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan.